Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of King Tech. I'm your host Corey here. I have a very special gift for you all today. I want to thank my friend Kaylin for letting me bring this very special gift to you all today. I have with me the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G from Samsung. This is their latest and greatest, and man, it's special. I've never been more excited about a phone than I have about this phone, as you can probably tell by the big smile on my face, but man, this phone is it's special. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna give you a quick feature rundown of the phone. I've only had it for about 24 hours, so it's gonna be kind of a first impressions, but let's just get into it, all right? Let's go. All right, so let's start off with the build quality of this phone, because that's really what you're paying $2,000 for when it comes to this phone. Yes, I said that right. This phone is $2,000. Now, should you pay $2,000 for a phone? I can't really say just yet. Like I said, I've only had it for 24 hours, but it's a nice phone. From a build quality standpoint, it's a really nice phone. So right up front here, we have our 6.2 inch HD screen. This is just your regular screen. This is the screen that you're gonna be using when you just pull the phone out your pocket to check your messages, things like that. But what you're really paying for is the ability for your phone to do that. And then on the inside there, you have a 7.6 inch Super AMOLED, 2x, whatever they're calling it, 120 hertz refresh rate, beautiful screen. Like that's what you're paying for right there. The ability for your phone to be able to do this, to fold in, and for you to have that versatility of having a regular phone when you need it, and then having a tablet when you need it as well. Now, from a build quality standpoint, this phone is amazing. It's pretty heavy. It's a lot heavier than my Note 20 Ultra. Probably I would say almost twice as heavy. And it's a lot thicker too, if you can see that. So it's about the size of two phones put together, and excuse the case on that, but yeah, about two phones put together, but once you unfold it, I mean, that's what you're here for. From a build quality standpoint, amazing build quality. They've updated the hinge this year. You can put the hinge at all these different angles now. It's just, man, they've done a really good job with that hinge. We have our fingerprint reader right here on the side. You just click that and you're in the phone. We have a 10 megapixel camera on the front. We have another 10 megapixel camera right here on the inside screen. And then on the back here, we have our 12 megapixel 3-camera array with this pretty much the same as the S20. You have your wide angle, your ultra wide, and your 2x telephoto camera. So you definitely have a lot of options when it comes to cameras on this phone. But getting back to the build quality here, it's built so well. I wish you all could feel this in your hands. It feels like a $2,000 device from that standpoint. Now, moving on to the actual software of this phone, I think that's kind of where this phone almost falls short. Now, there are a lot of cool software tricks. Samsung has incorporated this mode called Flex Mode, and that basically lets you, like I said, prop the phone open like that. And depending on which app you're in, I think it works with Duo, the camera, the Notes app, the clock, all these different apps let you use it in kind of this flex mode where it has some information at the bottom of the screen and it'll have information at the top of the screen. Now, there are some other software things that Samsung has done with the camera where you can, have your viewfinder on one side and then have the pictures you've taken on another side. So they've gone to some extent to make this software on this phone, use this canvas. But there are a lot of apps and app developers that just haven't even come close to doing anything with this. For one, Instagram, I don't know what's up with Instagram. It uses I would say 3/4 of the screen. Snapchat acts really weird. So there are a bunch of things on this phone from a software standpoint that just don't seem to be all the way polished. And I'm not gonna say that's Samsung's fault, but if you're gonna make a $2,000 phone and then offer me a $2,000 phone, I think you need to have everything correct with the software. You did a very good, like I said, the build quality is very good, but the software side is it's okay. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's just not all the way there. But with all that being said though, with a $2,000 device, and this is a very much so experimental device, you do get a lot for your money when it comes to the actual device. Now, should you actually pay the $2,000? Like I said, that's what I'm gonna air about. Like, you can, if you have just $2,000, you know, burning a hole in your pocket, like, you will love this phone. But should you pay $2,000 for this phone? That's where it becomes a little bit more iffy. Like, you can't put a price on experience, and this is an amazing experience having this phone, but at the same time, I don't think the experience is that much better than, say, the Note 20 Ultra, or if you're an iPhone person, having an iPhone 12 Pro Max when that comes out later this year. I don't know if the experience is worth the extra $700 or $800 that this phone is asking of you to buy. Now, I'll get more into the rest of the phone later once I have some time to check it out and actually, you know, live with it for a couple of days. But for my initial impressions, you know, I'm loving it. I'm a kid in a candy store. This is what you dream about. A phone that you can just boop, boop, and when you're done with it, it's just crazy. So if you have any questions about the device, let me know. I'll be playing with it for a few days. Hopefully I can give you all a good review on it, let you know, my final thoughts on it in a couple of days. But so far so good. I'm loving the phone. Like I said, thank you, Caitlin, for letting me even borrow this. You're a saint. But yeah, this has been another episode of King Tech. Like I said, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click that notification bell to get notified when I drop new videos. And seriously, people, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm almost at 100. It'd be great if I can get there by the end of the year. But if not, we won't complain. But like I said, thanks so much for watching. This has been another episode of King Tech. I'm Corey, and we'll see you next time.